Welcome back to Adventures with Rosie and welcome to the Marlborough Sounds. We finally made it into the Sounds. This is Elaine Bay. Only took us 2 hours of windy, narrow roads to get here, but it's pretty beautiful. Check it out. Yeah, so this place is pretty stunning. Quite small dock camp. It is good for 13 vehicles. I think it says 13 vehicles. You can't book online, and so it's a bit of a gamble driving in this far. Like I said, probably an hour and a half, 2 hours down a pretty windy road. It is sealed, but it's pretty narrow in places. Bit of a gamble because if you can't stay here, your next option is French Pass. French Pass is 40 minutes up the road. It's quite funny, it's only 20 kilometers up the road, but it takes 45 minutes according to Google Maps because it's gravel and windy and slow. French Pass has another dock site, and that is, I think it's like 20 sites or 15 sites or something like that. But you can book the French Pass one, which is good. So you could have a backup plan. We are not going to go up to French Pass with the caravan just because of the road. We will just do a day trip up there, probably this afternoon. Hang out here for a bit, have a bit of lunch, and then jump in the car and day trip up, rather than tow the caravan all the way up there for a night and then all the way back down. Yeah. This is our resident weka, who just hangs around our caravan. It's pretty cool. We don't have a lot of weka in New Zealand in the North Island, but here in the South Island they're just everywhere. Look how friendly he is. Just wanders around. He tries to steal the girls' dummies. He tried to take Harvey's soccer ball the other day, eh?
Yeah.
He was literally picking the soccer ball away from where we were. Apparently one stole a whole loaf of bread as well from another camper here, but pretty neat to see. That kind of quite tame. Yeah, really neat. You hear them at night as well. They yell out to each other at night. And the first night we were here, or not here, sorry, at another campsite, I was quite confused as to what I could hear. We were sitting outside having a beer, kind of sitting in the dark a little bit, and I could just hear the screeching, and then I heard rustling, and they all came out of the bushes, and they obviously come out and pick up the crumbs that these girls leave behind. But yeah, real neat to see, real interesting. Alright, so this is French Pass right here, this weird kind of bit between the mainland here and D'Urville Island over there behind us, and according to the signs it looks like it's a bit of a nightmare to go across the pass. There's a whole lot of rock which you can kind of see. The tide flows one way sometimes while the wind's going the other way, and there's eddies and all sorts. So there's actually an interesting plaque here about all the shipwrecks and stuff that have happened here. Yeah, kind of cool to watch. We're kind of watching like the ocean surging through like a river, which is pretty interesting. Apparently it's just turned the tide, so yeah, pretty interesting spot. There's about 50 people that live out on D'Urville Island there, and it's huge. It's like, I think the guy said yesterday it's 40 something kilometers across, and yeah, 50 people live out there, and the only way to get there is by boat.
So there was a sign on the jetty in the French Pass township that says you can buy a little bay out here for about $350,000.
I guess given the crazy land prices and house prices in New Zealand currently, 350 grand for 2,000 square meters is pretty good. I guess you have to have a boat to get out there. The land comes with a jetty as well, so not bad. Maybe we could go and build a tiny house out there. Alright, so this is French Pass, the main beach, right at the end of that long gravel road. There's a dock campground just down there, and there you can see a bit of a van sitting on the dock campground. I'm in two minds about towing all the way out here. Yeah, it might have been fine to tow all the way out here. It's the best part of 2 hours from Nelson, of just that windy road up and over hills. It's pretty steep. I don't know. Yeah, it's a pretty beautiful spot. If you're into your fishing and stuff, of course you'd come out here with your boat, spend a week out here. There's not really a lot to do out here. There's just kind of the odd little walk to a lookout, but there's no sort of tracks or hikes or anything like that. So pretty much just the beach and chilling out. Yeah. There's a rather weird smell on this beach, eh, Chels? And we couldn't figure out what it was, and then we realised there's a whole line of kind of like dead shrimp or scampi, or what do you reckon? Prawns? Krill? We don't know what they are, but they stink. As you can see from our little adventure there, it's really windy, that road up to French Pass. Beautiful part of the world, don't get me wrong, but I don't quite know if it would be worth towing the caravan all that way. I probably could do it. Not trying to sound cocky or anything, but the road's quite narrow, gravel, but there's not a lot of traffic, and there is places to pull over in some parts. It's quite windy. It's doable, but I just don't know if it's worth going all the way up there. Unless you're planning to go up there and go like fishing for a week, maybe then it's worth it. Definitely got a much better beach here than up at French Pass than there is at Elaine Bay here rather. But yeah, if you don't feel like towing all the way, then Elaine Bay or Okiwi Bay just down the road. You got Cable Bay as well. All good places to stop and then just do day trips. Much easier to drive up those gravel roads than it is to tow a caravan. I think we're going to get some dinner on the go now, get a bit of a barbecue going. We haven't been able to light the barbecue in like 3 nights because of the weather here. It's just been blowing a gale and raining. So yeah, it'd be good to get the old Weber out, get a barbecue going, chill out here, and then I think we're going to move locations tomorrow. This campsite here on the end is quite cool because you get this kind of like little private, it's not part of a camp, this specific site, but little private picnic table down here. It does drop straight off there down to the beach, but how is that for a dinner location? Just sitting on that table looking out, tide comes right in here. Pretty cool to see. So quite a nice camping spot. There is absolutely nothing to do in Elaine Bay. There's no walks, no hikes, no waterfalls, no tramping. There's a kind of muddy, rocky beach. We can go crab hunting. There's a little jetty you can walk out on, a few boats over there you can go and check out, and that's it. But sometimes that's all you need, right? It's been pretty perfect here when it hasn't been raining.
We crab hunters.
Any crabs?
No. Oh,
Right, a bit of a post-dinner stroll down Elaine Bay. This is pretty much it. The bay there, jetty back over there, and then kind of the tide's coming in at the moment, but you can still walk along here. Go crab hunting. It's not the greatest beach for small ones. We actually picked up some of those like water shoes for the girls, actually for all of us before we left Nelson, and they've been really great, just wander around. So yeah, kind of not heaps to do here, but really pleasant in the evenings. It's quiet, it's peaceful. The stars here at night are just incredible, as you can imagine. So yeah, great spot actually. I've enjoyed the kind of contrasting sort of camp spots of being like off-grid, then with a bit of kind of resource and shops and everything down the road, and then going off-grid again. It's quite a nice sort of balance, good way to do it.
Moving day today, we've had a great few nights here in Elaine Bay. We're heading off to Pelorus now. Check out how windy this road is.
Alrighty, so this is home for the next few nights. This is the Polaris Bridge Scenic Reserve, the famous Polaris Bridge here over the Polaris River. I'll show you the river and the beach tomorrow. The river's actually right behind me just here, kind of in the shade, but I'll show you that tomorrow. Yeah, we'll go for a wander down there, show you the bridge. Pretty cool campground, dock campground, and there's heaps of walks in behind the campground, which is great. The girls and I are going to go for a walk now after dinner to burn off some energy so they sleep well. So we're going to go and check out what's in the bush here, and then tomorrow morning after work I will take you for a stroll, show you the bridge, go for a swim maybe. I bet it's freezing cold, but when in Rome I guess, and yeah, we'll show you the area. Pretty impressive facilities for a dock camp, eh?
Yeah, and there's showers, hot showers and laundry and all sorts.
Yeah, it is one of those sites like Nelson Lakes, was it, where we stayed, that you can't use your dock pass at, and it's expensive as well. So it's $20 a night per adult here. But up in the Sounds where we were free camping. So we just did like a week of free camping. So we figure we'll have a couple nights here. Pretty popular as well. It books out on the weekends, eh?
Yeah.
So we just got a Thursday night, Friday night, eh? So a couple nights here to swim, check out the river.
Apparently there's long-tailed bats here.
Yeah.
So we'll keep an eye out for those tonight.
Yeah, apparently they're a declining species apparently here in New Zealand, the long-tailed bat. Harvey didn't seem too interested. But it'd be cool to see bats. We've never seen them here in New Zealand before.
No.
Alright, bit of a daddy-daughter date today. We're going to go up and show you guys the bridge. Rue's not happy. Going to go up and show you the bridge and also check out the cafe. Haven't actually been to a cafe in a long time because we've been up in the Sounds and you know, off-grid, there's no coffee, no shops up there or anything. So excited to have a proper cafe coffee. So yeah, we'll go for a walk, check out the bridge, might check out one of the other two walks around here. It's pretty grey and overcast today, so swimming's probably off the cards. Yeah, we'll see how I'm feeling later. The old Polaris River here is actually quite different to what we were expecting. If you cast your mind back 3 or 4 weeks, if you follow us, we stayed in Kaitoki Regional Park in Upper Hutt, and it had a really gentle, mellow stream around it, and we played in it every day. The kids played in it. It was like ankle deep for the girls. So we thought here we'd get a site by the water instead of a site in the flat there. Thought we'll stay by the water, same sort of thing, right? We can go down to the thing with the girls. It's actually like rock and swift river, like kayaking rapids sort of thing through the river. Yeah, we probably should have done more Googling because now it's like we need to watch the girls like a hawk and not let them outside unless we're outside, that sort of thing. So yeah, kind of interesting, but I suppose if you were coming here with a family and you had young kids, you'd want to stay kind of down on the flat part where it's nice green grass and it's away from the river. Pros and cons, I guess. Alright, coffee done and dusted. So good to have a proper coffee again. Whew. I just actually run out of coffee beans as well. I bought a huge bag of coffee beans in Wellington that's lasted me the last 2 weeks, but ran out yesterday, so perfect timing. I just come back and picked up the third cheeky monkey. We're going to go check out the bridge. This is the Polaris River here, right behind our campsite. Pretty swift, kind of flows through a bunch of rock under the bridge, so we'll go and check the bridge out. It's quite old. You are a cheeky monkey. It's quite an old bridge and it's one lane, which is quite funny. This is a main state highway of New Zealand and it goes over an old one-way bridge, which is just classic New Zealand, isn't it? Narrow, windy, single lane bridges. Here she is, the famous Polaris Bridge. Real busy, lots of traffic going over it. When you're standing halfway out there and one of those big trucks go past, the whole bridge is like shaking around and moving. I'm not quite sure when it was built. I can't find any information. I might put it in down here if I remember. But Yeah, pretty cool. Real busy though, lots of trucks on this road, I guess, for all the mussel farms and all sorts of things that are going on over here. Alright, thank you as always for watching. The plan now is to head back into Nelson. We need to get our pesky car sorted. For those of you that watched a few videos ago, failed its warrant of fitness, needs some bearing adjustments, needs an oil change as well. So we're going back to Nelson to get that sorted. As soon as that's sorted, we're going to go find someplace new. So we're going to go back over to Blenheim, start heading down to meet my parents in a few weeks. So next video, Nelson, then after that, heading south. Have a good one.